Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Advise a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or go to northeastmenshealth.com. That's northeastmenshealth.com. Northeast Men's Health, advanced medical science to empower male performance.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky Bench Hardware with Scott's 4-step, 4 easy steps to an awesome lawn.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I don't know about you, but this is a pretty crappy time to be a New England sports fan. Between the Celtics getting bounced out of the playoffs by the Sixers on Saturday, the Bruins falling apart against Buffalo, and the Red Sox being one of the biggest dumpster fires in all of baseball, this weekend was pure crap. Now, in fairness, I didn't really have a lot of expectations that the Bruins were going to win that series, nor did I have a lot of confidence that the Red Sox were just going to suddenly start turning things around. But the Celtics? What the hell was up with that? As I'm sure you're aware, the Celtics lost Game 7 of the Philadelphia 76ers on Saturday, thereby ending their season to a team that has not beaten them in the playoffs since my sophomore year in high school. Yesterday, while appearing on a live stream on his Twitch account, Boston's Jaylen Brown expressed his feelings about losing the other night by a score of 109-100. According to Jaylen, the referees in this series clearly had an agenda after being called for 10 offensive fouls, saying, quote, "There's some referees that need to be investigated." He also accused Philadelphia's Paul George of pushing off during offensive moves, which was another thing that the refs refused to call. He also accused Joel Embiid of intentionally flapping, which he believes has, quote, "ruined our game." Now, while all of these things may or may not be true, notice who he did not point fingers at. Because, to be honest, neither the refs, Paul George, nor Joel Embiid were responsible for that crappy shooting percentage in the fourth quarter. They weren't the ones responsible for Jason Tatum getting hurt in the playoffs for the second year in a row. Nor were they responsible for the Celtics blowing a 3-1 lead in the series. That, my friends, was on you and on the rest of your team. And just to be clear, the Celtics were called for 136 personal fouls during that series. The Sixers were called for 132. That doesn't sound like an agenda. That sounds like a team that choked their way out of the playoffs. Hey, and never mind yapping, sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Mow with Ego. It's a double deal at Rocky's. Get an Ego battery-powered self-propelled mower for $649. You get a spare battery free. Plus, you get it assembled and delivered free. Step on it. It's a double deal. All done by May 12th. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock, 612. And Queen and David Bowie with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 72. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 81. It is 41 in downtown Springfield.
There's so much going on in today's show that it's almost impossible to decide which thing goes first. I'm just going to say Fitzy from TowneyNews.com join us after 8 o'clock today. We got Thunderbird hockey tickets, the only local team that's worth a damn right now. We also have your chance to go see Metallica in Las Vegas at the Sphere. And we'll give you all the details about that a little bit later on this hour. It's also an Autumn Mist Monday. And we got some other stuff coming up later in the show, too.
That's pretty cool. Surprise.
The Autumn Mist Monday?
Oh. Well, yeah, well, of course, that. But I'm talking about the national thing that we're doing.
Yeah, well, it's Metallica. And so we're giving you a chance to go all the way out to Las Vegas.
That'll be sweet.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Yesterday we went to Vanish Valley Brewing yesterday.
For Codtoberfest.
Codtoberfest.
It's actually a really nice event.
Yeah. We actually had the folks in here last week talking about it. Was it last week or the week before?
It was a week before.
And what a great event. They had Vanish Valley does a great job because they got all that open space back there that you can handle large events and large amounts of people.
Had their food trucks out there. The band was playing. We're raising money for the Cotting family.
Yeah.
It was a really nice time.
I was going to get something from the food truck, but then I'm like, you know what? I'll just go. I just wanted to sit down. So I went upstairs into the bar area, and I ordered meat candy.
You know, there's no
there's no failing in meat candy. You can't when you order something like that, you know exactly what you're going to get. It's going to be something absolutely succulent and delicious.
It was burnt ends, and it was really good.
Yeah,
really good. So that was a successful day. I think they had a nice turnout for that.
I had a cinnamon bun the size of a hubcap at Sweet Memories, I think it was called, that food truck right there.
Can't remember if it was his memory or not.
Well, Sweet Memories, and I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, but it was about the size of about the size of a full-size tire.
Well, that's usually pretty good.
White walls, radials.
White wall radials.
Yeah, good tires. Like not the kind they come like factory installed. These are the ones you get aftermarket. Though, like, it was that kind of size.
Yeah, I am telling you, they have all these great little vendors when they come to these breweries and stuff like that.
Did you win anything?
I don't think so. Because I would have gotten notified. Did you win?
We won a basket
What'd
of
you
something.
Win?
I don't. It's one of these.
A tasket, a flour making basket.
I don't know what kind of basket it was. We put so many tickets in so many bags. I don't even remember which one. We won. It was some basket. And, I got the call that I won something. So I'm like, that's cool. That's
good
cool.
for you. I didn't get any calls, so I didn't win anything, but that's okay.
And they had a couple of really nice raffle prizes, which is, honestly, all I have to do to my wife is say, raffles.
And she's there.
She's in.
Yeah.
She loves that
stuff. Did you use the
stuff.
strategy?
No, I just said, listen, we want to go to an event on Sunday. She said, why? What's going on? Raffles.
All right.
Boom, she's in.
Does she bend the tickets when she puts them in the basket?
No, she doesn't have like there's no particular strategy when it comes to that.
For years of doing Jack and Jill parties, there was always those people who would, if I just bend the ticket a little bit, the person who puts their hand in there will do it. But then people started getting smart going, no, if I feel the crumpled ticket, I'm going to grab the next one that's flat.
Exactly.
So now, it's a reverse Jedi mind trick on you for not winning that.
There's
prize.
right, and you and I have called enough raffles in our day.
Yeah.
Where I if you tell me to dig deeper, I'm picking one off the top. If you're going to fold one into some sort of origami, I'm going to pick another ticket. You can't fool me. I do it fair and square.
All right.
And if your name is on the ticket and it's clearly legible and I don't like you, I will pick another ticket.
That's a great way to do it. I'm sure that's the fair way of doing all of these radio station contests that we do.
I agree.
If we don't like your name, we put your name back.
We also had a discussion going in because we knew there were 50-50 raffles. And we thought, okay, in a 50-50 raffle, depending on who is running the 50-50 and what the charity is about, I think if I had won the 50-50 and I didn't, I would have given the money back.
Yeah.
Because it's for a good cause, for a family that's going through some tough
Well, you kind
times.
of look like a jerk if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've gone through some 50-50 raffles where I thought, hey, you know what? If we win this thing, I am shoving in that pocket and we are going right to the car.
It depends on what it is.
Totally. And it depends on not only what it's for, but also who's doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen, every year you got to get in on some of these contests because there are a lot better chances of winning these things than you would be winning a lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Or anything like that. So every year my sister who works at a Catholic high school down south, they have this contest every year. It's a bougie Catholic school. They have this contest every year. They give away a vehicle.
A vehicle?
Like a whole car. But it's $100 a ticket.
Okay.
And there's only 600 tickets sold. So it's totally worth it to buy the ticket because $100, all right, the money's still going to the charitable cause. But B, if you win the car, you only got a 1 in 600 chance of winning. They cut it off at whatever the threshold is.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I knew somebody who won a BMW. It was a BMW. Yeah, it was a BMW from a golf tournament.
The most I ever won was just a BM.
Yeah, well, what was that from?
Well, I don't want to say the exact charity, but I'm sure you can understand what happened.
Makes it move, right?
That's for sure.
But yeah, I knew somebody who won a BMW at a golf tournament for getting the raffle number.
Now, do they offer like the cash equivalent?
No, you either take the car.
Because I was going to say, if it's a raffle, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you either take the car. It always says if they never sell enough tickets, then you get the cash value of it. So if they don't reach that $600 threshold, you get the $35,000 or whatever the car is worth, kind of thing. And the last year they gave away a Ford Bronco, the new ones that they.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good prize. It's worth a shot. I mean, if you only got a 1 in 600 chance, you might as well do it.
I'm not going to say what this was for, or who it was, or anything like that. All I will
What's
say
it rhyme with?
I'd rather not say.
Uh-huh.
But there was a 50-50 raffle at an event I was at, and it was a big fat stack of cash, like a surprisingly large amount of cash. And I thought, all right, what do you do if you win? Do you give it back or do you keep it? Now, if it's a big fat stack, is it gauche to say, I'll tell you what, it's a 50-50 raffle, I'll give 50% of this back, I keep 50%. Do you think that's gauche?
It's fair enough.
I think it's fair.
If you're talking about a large amount of money.
I mean, it was a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a real 50-50.
And they've already collected the money. The money that they've collected, they were expecting that anyway.
Right.
Knowing that they were going to give away that other half of the money.
I mean, if there's like $2,000-$3,000 in a 50-50 raffle,
yeah.
I got to tell you, I could use $2,000 or $3,000, probably as much as anybody else in that room.
I buy one every year at the Bright Nights.
Right.
Because that's like that gets up to like $3,000 or something like that.
Sure it does. But then there are some people that keep, some people that give back.
I don't think I would give that one back.
That one would probably be more about me.
It would be it would be all about me, that one. Only because I know that there are people out there, the sponsors and things like that take very good care of the spirit of Springfield. So,
yeah, I also know that room is loaded with money.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with that. I didn't want to go out and say, we look like trash showing up to that thing.
Oh yeah, we're like extras on Hee Haw.
We're that country guy in the Polaner All Fruit commercial. Could you please pass the Polaner All Fruit? And you get to us and we're like, could you please pass the jelly? And everybody freaks out and starts waving the fans in front of their face because they're so overwhelmed by the fact that they invited these two idiots into this room.
I mean, we're dressed up in tuxedos. You go to the men's room and you say, hey, I can hear this all the D's hang out. That's the kind of classy dudes we are.
Hey, somebody step on a duck.
That's it.
Yeah, we're Rodney Dangerfield at Bushwood.
Hey, Ringo, how about getting some lessons?
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what we are.
So you know what? Next time you see a charitable event, this is why, if you're a big gambler, like if you do the lottery all the time, start going to these like charitable events. You could really clean up if you're spending all that money. If you spend $200 a week on lottery, let's say you see these people with the Keno and all that stuff.
That's it.
Just drop it. Go to a charitable event and see if you have a lot better chance of winning something.
Telling you what, though, raffles. That's our love language right there.
Raffles.
That's it.
That's the cutest thing.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah.
Absolutely right about that.
And now you're going to have to go pick it up.
Actually, it's being delivered here.
What?
I know.
It's being delivered?
I know.
How do you know?
The guy who ran it.
Oh, okay, fine.
It's 6:23 at Rock 102. It's 6:26 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam will have the full forecast for you.
Metallica's residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas is sold out, but we have your way in. Rock 102 and MGM Springfield giving you a chance to win airfare, hotel, and tickets for two to see the show on October 8th. Listen for the Metallica keyword each weekday at 8, 12, and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then enter the keyword at rock102.com before midnight each day for your chance to win. It's Metallica, your chance to win ticket to see Metallica at the Sphere in Vegas, brought to you by MGM Springfield and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
When's the window? Or do we not do that yet?
Well, we'll do it at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
All right.
4 o'clock.
Gotcha.
3 different keywords. You'll have until midnight at rock102.com to enter the word.
All right.
Okay?
Sweet.
Very simple.
You ready to laugh?
Yes.
Let's laugh.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's Classic Rock.
Did you hear? Where is it? Where the hell? Oh, did you hear about the vegan lady who was sleeping with everybody?
No.
She was a herbivore. Herbivore because she eats vegetables, but herbivore because she's a vegan and she sleeps around.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Ah, see,
That's
you know
funny
what?
stuff there,
Yeah,
Steve.
$20 dinner at a comedy show every Thursday.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
631 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Geisler's. Tell them you got it at Geisler's. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. After over 3 decades of providing low-cost way to travel the skies, Spirit Airlines announced on Saturday they were halting operations immediately after months of budget concerns. Even though Spirit departed from Bradley last year, the company had left a presence on the airport for several years. Western Mass News spoke with Connecticut Airport Authority as the shockwave made its way across the travel industry, releasing a statement that reads, Spirit Airlines was an integral part of Bradley International's airline network for over 8 years. When Spirit left BDL last year, they were offering routes that overlapped with other characters, so there was minimal impact to passengers. You see these people, they booked their flights, and then they just canceled everything.
Yeah,
so
that's
these
right.
people were stranded. I mean, not stranded. You probably book another flight on another airline, but still, to have to rearrange your travel plans for all that.
Well, Steve, this is why you get the insurance. If you know it's good for you.
Trip insurance?
That's right.
Does it cover bankrupt airlines?
I don't know if it does.
Yeah.
But that would be a good question when you sign up.
Knowing the way these people write contracts, it's probably not.
Is there? Am I covered if you go under? We would never go under.
We would never go under. Meanwhile, over the weekend, a United Airlines flight struck a light pole on the New Jersey Turnpike as it was landing at Newark Liberty International Airport. Huh. That's the spirit.
I see what you did there. That's really clever.
Yeah,
that's very clever.
It was one of the top comments on the 22 News story that I made yesterday.
And how many likes did that one get?
I don't know. I didn't even check it out. But no, I was like, there you go. That's a good little play on words.
That's terrific.
Yeah, an airline spokesperson said that the United Flight 169 giggity came into contact with a light pole. Sure, it did. Mm-hmm. During its final approach just before 2 p.m. on Sunday, a witness said that they were traveling on the New Jersey Turnpike towards Elizabeth when suddenly a large plane appeared to come directly over the roadway. They all come over the roadway.
There's a highway. There's an airport right next door.
I believe the flight pattern of landing and taking off goes right over the highway. But maybe it was just too low because clearly it hit a light pole. The spokesperson for United said that none of the 231 passengers and crew members were hurt, and the plane landed safely in Newark. Well, there you go. See, it's all good. It's all fun.
The tragedy is they landed in Newark.
Yeah.
I mean, of all the places to go.
Well, I mean, it's right near New York City.
Yeah.
So you can see New York City right across the way there.
Yeah, it's just loaded with more inconvenience.
Right. Hundreds of people gathered in Northampton for the 4th annual Hampshire Pride celebration on Saturday. The event showcased an inclusive environment for the LGBTQ plus community. The annual parade brought together community members despite rain showers, offering smiles and cheers to express love and resistance. The community dressed in festive clothing and held banners in support of the LGBTQ plus community. The parade began at Sheldon Field, proceeded down Route 9, and concluded at Crafts Avenue. The mayor, Gina Louise Sciarra, and Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll participated in the celebration, and Sciarra expressed her enthusiasm for the event. There was a lot of traffic backups over the weekend. I don't think a lot of people knew what the traffic pattern was because I saw these people complaining, why is it? And I'm like, well, they told the parade was coming last week. They said they were going to block it off until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
They gave all the instructions ahead of time?
I believe they did. I think
they normally do, and they should.
I think people just don't pay attention.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. And that's what happened.
Well, listen, that's a great event. I'm glad I went off. Some people, when there was a parade, people get inconvenienced. I mean, it just happens.
Well, but doesn't it happen every year at the same weekend?
I actually don't know if it is on the same weekend, but still, how long is the parade?
It's only a few hours, probably.
And you can't hang out for a few hours and watch a parade. Where are you going? So, where's the fire?
Well, it's like nobody complains when the Holy St. Patrick's Day takes over.
No,
because everybody knows that the road's closed. You can't get through there.
And most people who don't want to be inconvenienced just don't go to Holyoke for the entire weekend.
Well, somebody maybe really had to go downtown Northampton that day.
I guess.
Had to rush down there. Amherst town officials have condemned a hateful and racist letter left on several vehicles last week. Approximately 7 residents reported receiving the letter. I found that headline kind of funny. Amherst condemns these letters. Is there anybody who would be celebrating those letters?
Anybody who's in support of those racist, hate-fueled letters?
I mean, it would be kind of weird if you said, "Oh, no, we approved all it. We like that."
We gave our approval. That's why we signed the letters.
The Amherst Police Department said that they have not identified the person responsible for the letter, and it does not currently meet the legal criteria for a hate crime under state or federal law. The letter, addressed to Amherst residents, contained racist language specifically targeting black people and those of African descent. Town leaders stated that the letter caused harm throughout the community and does not reflect Amherst's values of inclusion and respect. But they still haven't found out who did it. Even though we talked about this last week.
Right.
So,
no
clues.
No signature, no return address.
I don't know.
No address label.
Couldn't find the person that did it.
Would it be assumed that perhaps if someone were to look at some camera footage, security camera footage, a Ring camera, that you might be able to identify the person who did this?
I bet you they're probably looking at that.
They probably know exactly who this is.
I mean, if you have it's not like you're in the desolate area. You're in a city-like setting with Amherst. Somebody's got to have a Ring camera.
I mean, I can't imagine they don't have footage of this.
But if somebody covered their face, then you wouldn't know. A pilot was rescued and flown to the hospital Friday evening after a small plane crashed into the water near the Quabbin Reservoir. According to the state and local officials, emergency crews were called around 7:40 p.m. after a witness reported a plane had gone into the water and a person was seen calling for help. Responders located the crash near Route 122 and fishing area number 2. Did you ever go to fishing area number 2?
I've barely been to number 1.
Firefighters maintained contact with the pilot while Mass State Police, equipped with a flotation device and tether line, entered the water to rescue the man. He was then pulled safely back to shore. An ambulance transported the pilot to Orange, where he was then flown by medical helicopter to UMass Memorial Medical Center.
He was flown to Orange?
No. He was taken to Orange.
Taken to Orange.
And then flown to UMass Memorial Medical Center.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
Isn't that ironic that your plane crashes and then you get transported back to the hospital in a different aircraft?
I would think after one crash, I probably wouldn't want to go back on another one.
Probably not. The pilot is believed to be the only person on board. No other injuries were reported. State police said troopers from multiple units, and then they name all the units. Units that helped out in the thing. No additional information is available at this time. So, you like pork?
Love pork.
You might want to check your freezer and pantry. Federal regulators have issued a health alert for several pizza and pork rinds over possible salmonella contamination. The USDA's Food and Safety Inspection Service, or FSIS, FSIS,
okay,
issued the public health alert on Thursday, warning that multiple meat and poultry products with dairy ingredients could be contaminated. According to FSIS, the FSIS and the FDA.
I'm not sure that's how it's pronounced.
You never have the fisses and the
No, I usually don't order that off the menu.
Discovered that several regulated establishments had received ingredients made with dry milk powder that had been recalled. There have been no confirmed illnesses linked to the products, which are listed below, but concern over salmonella infections remain. Infections are commonly associated with diarrhea, fever, stomach cramps, nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach. Symptoms can begin between 6 hours and 6 days after you've ingested the bacteria. That's like the silent killer, is the 6-day. At least if you get salmonella and you get it right away,
Yeah.
you know it's only going to be for like the next 24 hours. But this is like the 6-day one. That's
it's
like
like
a ticking time bomb inside of you.
That's like a time release capsule.
Yeah.
And when it hits, boom.
Boom. It's like an explosion. Infections can be only diagnosed, yada, yada, yada. So if you bought Mama Kazi's biscuit crust sausage and cheese breakfast, or Mama Kazi's biscuit crust cooked pork belly crumbles, or Pork King good sour cream and onion pork rinds, you might want to check your pantry.
You know, it all sounds really good.
Great value stuffed crust chicken bacon ranch.
At least it's not like pork chops or like those prepackaged pork loins or anything like that. I could, if you say, hey, the pork rinds might be a little dangerous this week, I could probably pass on the pork rinds.
Yeah.
I don't normally get them, but like regular cuts of pork, then we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, I would imagine you would. Yeah, pork rinds. How many people are eating pork rinds?
Who's doing that?
Do you ever have a good pork rind? You ever have fresh pork rinds?
They're delicious.
They fry it right there for you in the deep fryer.
Oh, they're delicious.
So good.
I just don't normally go and say I got a real Jones into pork rinds.
A Florida Taco Bell run ended in gunfire after authorities said a worker apparently angry over customers putting soda in a water cup opened fire. I was always wondering what the penalty for that was. I see those cups that they offer for water, and I'm like, I wonder if you could just put soda in that. Apparently not.
No, you cannot.
The ones that say water only. The incident unfolded around lunchtime Monday at the Taco Bell in West Palm Beach. According to an arrest report, the victims had entered and asked employee Damari Matt Patterson for a cup of water. Patterson provided the cup, but then confronted him about filling it with soda. The argument escalated, and another Taco Bell employee separated Patterson from the victims. A patron started recording cell phone video, which captured Patterson yelling before the sound of a firearm being racked is heard. Just filling up my Mr. Pibb. What?
I mean, you got to really want some soda to run the risk of gunplay. At a Taco Bell.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, there's usually explosions, but never gunfire.
Hardly ever.
A patron started recording cell phone video because that's what you do when somebody pulls out a gun. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? Let me get this on video.
Yeah, if you're going to shoot at me, let me shoot at you.
I bet you we would get guff for not recording that incident.
Oh yeah,
for our Blended Everywhere
absolutely
project.
You
were at the Taco Bell where it got shot up, and you didn't take any video.
I'm sorry. All I took was duck face selfies.
One victim ran outside, and Patterson followed and fired an additional round in their direction, which missed the victim but struck a restaurant window. That's what he's going to jail for, breaking a window. Patterson went back inside, and the three victims left and went to a hospital for treatment for minor injuries. The report said Patterson called 911 and said a customer jumped behind the register, so he pulled his weapon out and shot. They have these things in these restaurants. There are little boxes that hang up in the wall or the corner of the wall.
Yeah.
That is it records the things that you're doing.
Like cameras?
Yeah. Exactly like a camera.
Okay.
It's like a security system of sorts.
And that's meant to protect people inside the restaurant, correct?
And if you call the 911 and said, this guy jumped behind the register so I pulled out my gun and I shot him.
Yeah.
And that's not what happened. They're going to find that out when they review the tape.
Some people panic when they're asked to explain something and they give you the wrong information.
I really got to make a series of these College of Criminal Knowledge videos. Tips and tricks.
You should.
Of what to do and not do.
And
when you're in a criminal situation.
Right. And put a number to each one. So, if people want to review, like I saw the first 15, but I missed 16 through 18.
Yeah.
That way you can go back and review properly.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
He should have.
And then a quiz. Everyone should get a pop quiz.
And then I'll get that guy who was in those Woody Woodpecker cartoons with the hat coming in going, if Woody had gone straight to the police,
None of this would have happened.
So you could say, if this man had just gone to the Steve Nagle College of Criminal Knowledge, this would have never have happened.
I love it.
I do.
That's
I
great.
think we can
That's
do
a
it.
great new series.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 72. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 81. It's 41 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Metallica is with you.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:53, and the Eagles with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 72. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 81. It's 41 right now in downtown Springfield.
This week on Baxi's Musical Podcast, really good interview with drummer Mark Laff, formerly of Generation X. This is the band that Billy Idol started with. We talk about Billy. We talk about him going to the Hall of Fame. We talk about that Netflix documentary and some of the other great stuff that Mark has done. His career's really been... it's a hell of a story. In fact, he even auditioned for The Clash and almost was hired by The Clash to become their first drummer. So, really fascinating guy. You can hear that on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and on the app. All brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
Autonomous trucking.
What does that mean?
Like driverless trucks. Right?
Yes.
It's a startup company, Bot Auto, said it has delivered its first fully humanless over-the-road commercial truckload in Texas, marking another key milestone for the American trucking industry.
Oh, great. What a wonderful way of putting people out of work.
Yeah, for the industry, not for the people that are working in the industry.
Like the truck drivers
right.
and mechanics.
The 230-mile run between Houston and Dallas was not a pilot or demonstration. It was a paid commercial delivery made directly to a customer's loading dock. A number of AV companies are testing driverless trucks in Texas with the aim of improving safety, boosting efficiency, and addressing driver shortage. Yeah, I think Texas I think they probably have curbed the rules because I know like Austin has all these driverless Ubers or the cabs or whatever. It's Austin is supposed to be like the city of the future because they have all this like cool new technology, robotic type stuff going on. So I think Texas has probably modified their motor vehicle laws. They would have to in order to accommodate these things because you're just I can't see this state allowing anybody to. I mean, they will with enough money put behind them. They usually do. But I can't see this state doing that anytime soon of changing the laws to have a driverless vehicle in the car or in a vehicle that's carrying not only passengers but like just commodity.
Do you see the potential hypocrisy of saying that driverless trucks will help? Why did you put it? A shortage of truckers.
Yeah.
You know what else creates a shortage of truckers? Eliminating trucking jobs.
Really?
I mean, you want to really get into like a trucker shortage. Have the list of truckers greatly reduced to zero. That's a great way to have a real shortage of truckers.
That would be a real good way to do it.
The best way to deal with that is to eliminate them completely.
A few have pulled, let's see, a number of at addressing a driver shortage, a few have pulled the driver from the cab under limited conditions. Gatic, for example, achieved driverless operations earlier this year for its limited middle mile routes between warehouses. They're using these trucks to transport sand back and forth, and this is all in Texas, so that's why I'm assuming that they've already made these laws that, accommodate AI driving.
Right.
Driverless cars. Meanwhile, last Thursday, I ordered a cleaning solution, a screen protector for my phone, and what else? A cleaning brush for my dryer.
Okay.
Off Amazon that said the morning that I ordered it, hey, this will be here tonight between 5 and 10 p.m. I now have a notice saying we don't know where the shipment is. We're refunding you.
You had one job in one day
to do. So does the driverless shipment get to your destination faster than the humans that are delivering it right now?
I'm going to guess the answer to that question is a big fat no.
This is the dumbest thing. They're not even items. They're not even items that are like hard to get. I can see if I like ordered something that was international and it takes weeks to get it.
Yeah.
These are things that said they're in stock locally so they could deliver them by between 5 and 10 p.m. tonight. I even told my kids, I'm like, if any weird car comes up the driveway, it's probably the Amazon guy tonight. Never came. And then it said, this will be delivered. On Friday, it said, this will be delivered today.
Yeah.
And then Friday went. And then it says, unknown, we don't know where your order is on Saturday.
Yeah, you have 15 minutes to get a refund.
And I didn't even do this. It says, you've already requested a return of this item. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
It never arrived.
It never arrived, and I was just like, okay, it'll probably get here next week, and it still hasn't done it. I think they do that for you. When there's enough problems with the Amazon shipment, I don't know. Everybody's too reliant, I guess, on this stuff. It would be easier for me to just go to the freaking store, buy the tick. I bought a tick collar too. Buy a tick collar, a screen protector, and all that stuff.
Done all that at once.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's 6:59 with Bax and Nagle and Rock.
QI, WAQI. And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware with Scott's 4-Step. 4 easy steps to an awesome lawn.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Well, folks, it's official. Golden Tempo has punched his ticket to a lifetime of artificial insemination of thousands of fillies around the world with his powerful Kentucky Derby winning DNA. On Saturday, Golden Tempo shot up past 17 other horses around the final turn, passing the favorite Renegade to win the Derby by a neck as a 23-1 shot. Now, I don't care who you are or how many crummy tasting mint juleps you pack down. That was some exciting business. Possibly the most exciting 2 minutes that the record 19.6 million people watching at home had all weekend long. Now, while many people are focused on the fact that Golden Tempo was trained by Sherry DeVoe, making her the first woman in history to train a Kentucky Derby winning horse, I'm far more interested in the horse. Sure, it was a great first for women in the sport of horse racing, but the fact of the matter is, the horse did all the work. Granted, she'll share in the $3.1 million prize money, but what does the horse get out of this? Well, assuming he runs the Preakness on May 16th, he'll probably get to enjoy a nice clean stable. Maybe do a salt lick, perhaps a higher quality of brand of oat. But other than that, he won't be getting much. What he will get is a stud fee that he'll never get to spend on his own, since I believe all that money goes to the horse pimp. So yeah, the Kentucky Derby is exciting, and yeah, there were plenty of people who won millions of dollars betting on him, but at the end of the day, unless he runs the Preakness or the Belmont Stakes, his day of truly exerting himself are pretty much done. Even the act of breeding is nothing more but a cheap, loveless harvesting of fluids extracted with cold, lifeless implements and procedures. Sure, I suppose that sounds okay for a while, but then the act of siring foal becomes nothing more but a transactionally tawdry business exchange. Is that really any way to live? I wouldn't think so, but I'm not expected to be put out to pasture for at least another 1,959 days. And when that happens, I'm pretty sure I won't be put out to stud. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you cooking outdoors? There are more ways than ever before. Grills, griddles, smokers, ovens, and Rocky's has got them all. Plus a grill master in every store, like Joe at the Palmer Rockies. Joe loves talking grills, good people, rock solid service at every Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:13 on Rock 102.
It is, whatchamacallit, going to be sunny today with a high of 72. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 81. It's 47 right now in downtown Springfield.
We got Fitzy from TownieNews.com coming up after 8 o'clock. Also, your chance to win Thunderbird hockey tickets for tomorrow's game against Providence. Got a 4-pack of tickets for that. It's all Autumn Mist Monday, and it's also, after 8 o'clock, we give the keyword for Metallica. Your chance to see Metallica in Las Vegas.
That's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, and there's more to come.
I had a lot going on over the weekend. I got. Let me just preface this before I start this story. I think everybody is a nerd in their own way. You're a nerd.
What are you talking about?
Well, what do you nerd? You nerd over things.
I don't nerd over anything, Steve. I'm about the coolest son of a bitch you ever met in your life.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. But like your records, like all your music and all that stuff.
Yeah.
technically you're a nerd when it comes to that because you know all these things and you can recite all these connotations and citations of who sung this, who wrote this. You do a lot of interviews.
Okay.
You're a music nerd.
All right. Okay.
I'm a thrifting nerd. I like to go to thrift shops and find things. It's very nerd-like behavior.
You had
like,
$20 in your pocket?
Yeah, it doesn't go as far as it used to, though.
Yeah,
But yeah, like that's the kind of thing that I'm into. So let me just, I'm including myself in nerdness.
Okay.
When I talk about this, my brother, he hired me, him and his buddies. They have this like hunting camp thing out near Binghamton, New York. And over the weekend, they hired me to come out and do some music, talk a little bit, maybe comedy or whatever like that, right?
Right.
And it was a fun day, and it was just this group of guys who have gotten together. It's not even a sanctioned event. It's just these guys who, over the years, started out with 10 guys at this camp, this hunting camp. It's this pretty elaborate place, and they have a dinner or like a day every year. This happened to be this past Saturday. It's like this annual turkey shoot. Where they go out in the morning and they shoot turkeys and they bring them back dead.
Right.
And then they weigh them for prizes and things like that. And then they have all these raffle prizes on these tables and pretty nice stuff too.
What do you do with the turkey when you're done?
I don't know. Maybe they eat it.
Well, that takes time.
Well, yeah, but this wasn't like a game dinner. I was under the impression that it was like all this game meat going on. It was actually a pretty fun day. They had like a guy cooking real Philly cheesesteaks.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was super good, and home cut French fries, all this stuff, and it was very nicely done. But they're all like these hunting guys, and they all they're all I couldn't find my brother because everybody looks alike. There's like 200 people at this thing. They all look alike because they're all wearing Carhartt camo, like the sweatshirts and the hats and all this other stuff, and you can't tell each one of them apart.
So it's like the uniform for this whole thing.
Yeah, and
actually, how could you see any of them? Were like there woods nearby, or did we just blend into the background?
This was more out of an open area, so you could tell that they were just people. Remember that bird that used to tip its head and go down into the water and come back up those little glass things?
Yeah,
it's much like that, except it's a can of natty ice that they're
all dipping their beak.
Yeah, it's like it reminds me of like a flock of seagulls when you're sitting in a parking lot behind a Burger King and you throw some French fries out and all the seagulls come. Like you throw a can of Skoal or a Natty Daddy out there, they all come flocking over,
friggin' scavengers,
like they're ready to do this, and I'm not making fun of the sport of hunting.
You're just making fun of these guys.
Yeah. It really is like kind of eye-opening to see how people get so into something. And I texted Marty over the weekend and I said, it has occurred to me that hunters are just cosplay for people who think they're in a nature documentary. What's the difference between a guy dressing up like that and a furry? The furry poops in a box, but this guy poops in the woods.
Isn't there some sort of like psychosexual connection with the cosplay furry thing?
How do you know there's not something like it's something somebody wouldn't admit that they were into the
I suppose what a dude does in his deer at the deer stand by himself for a couple hours with the Natty Daddies is his own business.
And again, I got my own nerd things that I do, and these guys got their own nerd thing. I am not a hunter. I went hunting when I was 16 with my brother and his friends.
Right.
And then I wore sneakers. We went out in the woods. In freezing, 4 o'clock in the morning, we go out. I'm 16 years old.
Yeah,
and I get the hunting license. I get the gun safety class. The whole kit and caboodle. And I go out at 4 o'clock in the morning. We drive out in the middle of nowhere, upstate New York, and we park in this field with a bunch of other guys. There's like a foot of snow on the ground.
Right.
it's freezing cold.
You're wearing your sneakers.
Yeah, it's like the end of November, and I'm wearing my sneakers because I don't dress. Yeah, I
You don't know. You don't know. You're not
right?
in the club.
Yeah, so and of course I get out of the car and all his friends are like, "Oh, you got sneakers? What are you gonna sneak up on the deer?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Are you gonna go have a domestic dispute with your wife later on tonight? You probably will." So I go out and you can't obviously fire the gun until sunlight comes up. Yeah, it has to be sunlight.
Okay,
but you're basically sitting in the woods waiting for a deer to come by. And it's probably like 30 minutes after the sun comes up. I'm by myself in the middle of the woods, and I'm like, I'm going back in the car. Like, there's no way I'm doing this. So I fired the gun twice into the ground as if I had shot at a deer so I could come back. And I sat in the car.
Yeah.
Turned the car on and let the heat run and took a little nap. And then when they all came back like 4 hours later, which I don't even know how you hold yourself in a woods for 4 hours, they're like, "Oh, was that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was a little button buck over there. You took a couple of shots. The little bad boy got away. I don't think I hit him though." Trying to do the hunter, the big guy.
If you want to fit in, you got to speak their language.
And I said to myself that day, I will never, ever do this ever again. And so now I just observe, and I go to these things, and these guys are just like really into it. They're really into it. It's just amazing to me that they all look alike. Like and you're dressing up. You're dressing up as a costume. You're putting a costume on.
Yeah. Basically, they've turned Cabela's into a spirit Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll just put it up at this place that we're at in the middle of Binghamton, New York. And these guys, they're just like, but they're not like, I don't want to put this. Well, I guess I can be insulting, I guess, in a way. They're not in like the best shape of their lives. So when you dress up like a warrior,
you're not really.
It's like those guys who dress up in the Revolutionary War,
like the reenactment stuff.
The reenactment stuff.
There is something similar to it. But then again, they're all shopping in the same places. It's always the Cabela's, the REI's, the Bass Pro Shops. Maybe an LL Bean outlet if you got the cash for it. But other than that, I mean, it is a costume, isn't it?
And then the guy just comes up. These guys just walk up and they're holding these dead turkeys.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, it's basically like a. What's that thing around the turkey?
The waddle.
The waddle on the turkey. It's like a waddle swinging contest. Who's got the biggest waddle? Who's got the smallest waddle? That guy who got the smallest.
Steve, it ain't the size of the waddle that matters.
No, but you got to match the size of the pickup truck that they brought it in. If you have the heaviest turkey and you have the biggest truck, I'm really sorry about your small manhood.
So all these guys went out hunting in this thing over the weekend.
Yeah.
Then they came back for a big shindig.
Yeah.
And that was the whole weekend.
That was the whole weekend. And those so I got there at like 9:30 in the morning to set everything up, all my stuff. And then they had this like crate. It was like an old wooden crate that they were using for empties. Right?
Because you want to recycle.
This thing ended at like 5 in the afternoon, right? It was like noon to 5.
Right.
And there's this big crate in the middle, and there was one empty in it from the guy that set up the crate in the beginning. But the thing was overflowing with cans by the end of the afternoon. But it was just like, wow, like these are just nerds of nature.
That's it.
Where I'm the nerd of the thrift shop, you're the nerd of the music thing, and these guys are nerds of the woods.
It's you can't say one is better than the other because we all have those moments, but it's not my thing.
No, it's not my,
and it's not your thing either.
No, but I like.
But waiting around for like Philly cheesesteaks, I could do that all day long.
Well, the cheesesteak was probably the best thing that they had going there. I mean, as far as an outsider, I'm sure there was another guy going, "No, the cheesesteaks suck. It's the turkey. It's the dead turkey carcass that I brought here in the back of my truck,
the one that's rotting and got rigor mortis already."
Yeah, and then so like I'm asking these guys, I'm like, "Where do you go? Like I'm trying to figure out like the strategy of like where do you go to get these turkeys? It's like, well, you can pretty much get them anywhere. You just can't get caught. I mean, it's turkey season,
Right.
But the guy was explaining, well, there's this side of the posted line and there's that side of the posted line. Don't get caught being on the wrong side of the posted sign.
Well, turkeys are not exactly bright birds, but don't you think they would know, hey, maybe we shouldn't go over past this line?
Probably. But you know what? They have these T-shirts that were made up. It was a turkey flying away over a strait. I put a video up over the weekend, and it says, "I love banging redheads." And it's like, all right, well, at least you guys got a sense of humor, and we'll come back here and we'll do it all again next year.
It's 7:25 on Rock 102.
Savings vary.
It's 7:28 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam will have the full forecast for you.
Join Pat Kelly and the Rock 102 road crew at the Southgate Plaza in Agawam from 11 to 1. Ollie's celebrates their grand opening this Thursday, May 7th, and then you are going to be, Steve, are going to be at the Five-Town Plaza in Springfield from 3 until 5. Ollie's isn't like any other store you've ever seen. Closeout deals, overruns, package changes, and excessive inventory. They buy cheap, they sell cheap, real brands, real bargain prices in every department. Stop by the Rock 102 table while you're there. Say hi for your chance to win some pretty cool stuff. That's this Thursday, 10 to 2 in Agawam with Pat Kelly, and 3 to 5 in Springfield with Steve Nagle from Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock.
I'm looking forward to that.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, Ollie's.
You'll be right there.
Right there.
Right
Ollie.
there.
All the good stuff cheap. They have all kinds of good stuff there.
I have not been there yet. I mean, I don't live all that far away, but I'm excited to start buying cheap stuff.
Are they open now?
I don't know if I don't know if the grand opening is this Thursday or when it is. But I'm driving past it all the time.
All right. Well, I think you should go in there. I'm sure you can find some stuff for your camper. You're doing
Actually, it's a good point.
Yeah,
that's opening up in like a week and a half.
They got chairs. They got
they got chairs already.
They got paint.
I don't need any paint.
They got lumber.
Could use some lumber.
They got windows.
Could use a
they
window.
got doors.
Could use a door.
I'm trying to think of the old Grossman's commercial.
They got windows, they got doors, they got more. Yeah. Anyway, it's 7:30. News is next on Rock 102.
Here's your West
Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. Is local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. Police are investigating after a vehicle was found submerged in Lake Lorraine with a man inside on Friday afternoon. According to Springfield Police Department spokesman Ryan Walsh, officers were called to the area around noon regarding water in a vehicle. The department's dive team assisted and recovered the vehicle, where an adult male was found inside. The Springfield Detective Bureau, under the direction of Captain Duda, is conducting an unattended death investigation. No additional information has been released. 2 people have been arrested for narcotics over the weekend in Enfield. The Enfield Police Department states that on Thursday, that's not over the weekend.
No, it's actually last week.
Well, maybe it was before the weekend.
Maybe that's
kickoff to the weekend. The Enfield Police Department states that on Thursday, officers assisted by the DEA New England Special Response Team and DEA Hartford executed a search and seizure warrant at an apartment on 8 Walnut Street. The search warrant comes from an investigation following numerous citizen complaints regarding a high volume of suspected narcotics activity at the location. Approximately 20 grams of crack cocaine were seized during the search warrant, and 2 adults were arrested. 50-year-old Christelle Clark and 39-year-old Eugene Joseph were arrested on a slew of charges. Both are being held on $50,000 surety pending their appearance in Hartford Superior Court. A drug den operation. You let too many people know about it. This is another lesson to the College of Criminal Knowledge.
It should be more like a Costco where you need a membership to get in.
Yeah.
And they have to check your receipts on the way out. That way, they know you're not ripping anybody off or letting anybody know.
Do you write the smiley face on the receipt like some of those people do?
Sure, I would.
Did you ever get a smiley face on yours?
Of course. I insist upon it.
See, sometimes it depends on who's doing it. There's one guy who just almost like... He's just writing that line like it's whatever. Like, you get out of here.
If I just get the line,
yeah,
I'm going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Where's my smiley face?
Where's the smiley face? I'm as good a customer as anybody else who does get the smiley face.
Yeah, what do I got to do around here to get? You're not? Are you an executive member?
In fact, I am. You would think that I would get the benefits and perks of a smiley face on my receipt.
You buy into that? You bought into that, didn't you?
Actually, I
stopped.
I have gotten money back.
Yes.
Which,
but what do you do with the check? You have to go to a Costco.
And you apply it to your new membership.
It's really not.
It's something I did many, many years ago.
Yeah.
And it just never bothered to change it.
I went back to the regular old basic membership because they're like, look at all the things you can do. We have a travel agent. We have appliances. We have all these like services that they offer. And I'm like, none of which I'm ever going to use. And the check that you give me back is only good towards the membership at the Costco. It's not really good towards... You might as well just pay the basic membership if you're not going to use any of those services. Some people will use those services. I'm not saying that they're not useful.
Well, it's like why do you get like a Prime membership on Amazon? You really got to take advantage of everything they offer? I don't.
No, I don't either.
But I still got it.
Well, yeah, because you want free shipping, and you're paying for it at a premium price.
Of course I am.
Well,
listen, every time I go to a Costco and spend at least like $200 at the very least.
Hey, listen,
I'm saving tons of money.
They got all the episodes of Bewitched on there. I mean, that's totally worth the price. Elizabeth Montgomery. Whew.
Oh,
that's some prime. Now that's some prime.
She makes me want to wiggle my nose if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
What do you mean
I would
by
like
that?
to talk to Bombay Elizabeth Montgomery. I can tell you that.
Yeah. That was my least favorite character.
Dr. Bombay. It's not my favorite either, but I
liked Uncle Arthur.
Yeah, he was pretty good too.
Yeah. I didn't like Andorra.
I liked the actress's name.
What?
Agnes Moorehead.
As opposed to Agnes Lesshead?
That's right.
Yeah. A man was seriously injured after being struck by a vehicle on Memorial Avenue in West Springfield Thursday. West Springfield Police Sergeant Thomas Burke said that officers were called around 8:15 p.m. to the area of 175 Memorial Drive for a report of a crash involving a pedestrian. Upon arrival, the pedestrian, identified as a 53-year-old man, was suffering from serious injuries. He was taken to Bay State to be treated and is in stable condition. The preliminary investigation revealed that the man was walking eastbound while pushing a shopping cart in the right-hand travel lane. He was struck from behind by a vehicle traveling in the same direction. Police say speed is not believed to be a factor. The driver of the vehicle remained at the site and is cooperating with police. They need more of those crosswalks across Route 5 because that whole shopping, there are ones that are there now. I think
is this Memorial Drive? Or Memorial...
I'm thinking of Riverdale Street.
Yeah, Riverdale Street, They could use it. But they could probably use it on Memorial, too.
But actually, I don't think they're working yet. They have these new crosswalks down there. When I drove through there a couple of weeks ago, they have these new, you can see the gantry above you is clearly a crosswalk type of thing, but they're not working yet, so maybe that's... But it doesn't sound like this guy was crossing the street anyway. It sounds like he was walking along the side of the street.
Even still.
But it's a pretty dangerous area when you got a heavy flow of traffic and a lot of people walking around. So there was a couple of stories here. We were talking about, again, why I would never go on a cruise ship. A suspected outbreak of a rare hantavirus infection on a cruise ship in the Atlantic Ocean killed 3 people, including an elderly married couple, and sickened at least 3 others, according to The WHO.
WHO were there?
They won't get fooled again.
Okay.
By going on another cruise. In a statement to the Associated Press, WHO said an investigation was underway, but at least 1 case of hantavirus had been confirmed. One of the patients was in intensive care in a South African hospital, and it was working with authorities to evacuate 2 others with symptoms from the ship. The Dutch company that operates the cruise said the ship was now sitting off the coast of Cape Verde, an island nation off Africa's west coast, and local authorities were assisting but had not allowed anyone to disembark.
Yeah. Well,
so you're on a
no excursions?
Killer disease cruise. It's so beautiful this time of year around Cape Town.
So hantavirus, fever, muscle aches, fatigue, headache, nausea, coughing, shortness of breath, fluid buildup in the lungs, and severe respiratory distress.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun.
I feel that way every single day.
It also doesn't sound fun being stuck on a cruise ship with 3,000 other people.
It depends on whether you bought into the drink plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you buy into the beverage plan, then it's totally worth staying on the boat. If not, then it's a little bunch.
I had actually thought about, like, yeah, maybe, you know what? Maybe a cruise would be fun. Yeah, I see people come back from cruises all the time.
Yeah.
Man, we had a great time. We went to Key Largo, Montego, Baby One we go, Bermuda, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you. You know, they come back and they say they had a great time. They even went to Kokomo, some of them.
Listen, I've been on a cruise, and only one person who got taken off the boat on a helicopter. I thought that was a pretty good thing.
Do you know why?
They got sick.
Yes, they got deathly
for
ill.
a medical reason, but I don't believe anyone caught like a hantavirus or any other sort of disease.
I don't even like taking a boat out on the Connecticut River with anybody. Because you're going to be stuck out there for hours while they, drink.
Stuck in conversation.
Yeah, come on, let's go swim it off the boat. I could spend hours out here. No. If I'm going to go out on a boat, I want it to be on my own terms. I want to be able to get off the boat when I can.
Right. When you're on a cruise, it's very hard to be a control freak when a hantavirus is spreading all over the Lido deck.
When I saw that documentary, The Poop Cruise, nope, there's no way. Because
but what are proportionally speaking, what are the odds that you're going to have? You're going to get stuck on a cruise and have to deal with that kind of calamity?
Probably pretty good.
Probably not that good. A lot of cruises go off every single day without a single problem.
I know, but there's always that problem. There's always one.
I mean, do you feel that way when you fly?
No, because I know that statistically speaking, you're more likely to die in a car accident to or from the airport than you are to die in a plane crash.
Well, I mean, the odds are not that much better or worse than a cruise.
Yes, but at least if the plane crashed, I'd be dead almost instantly. If a cruise ship goes awry and the toilets start overflowing, you would only hope that a plane would crash into the ship so you could just not go on the cruise.
Listen, I know people that cruise all the time, and they absolutely love it. And they never had any kind of incident.
Speaking of incidents, Nevada health officials are investigating reported cases of intestinal infection they say have been linked to animal yoga.
Like goat yoga?
Goat yoga, yeah.
What are they doing with the goats?
Well, it's just that they, their hooves are dirty. They're
on your back. What are you licking someone's back after you're licking their little hooves?
I don't know what's going on. Northern Nevada Public Health reported cases of cryptosauridosis. Even though it's
even though the sound of it is really quite precocious.
Yeah. An infection caused by a parasite. It spreads when small amounts of fecal matter from infected animals are ingested. This is where now I agree with you. What are they doing with the animal?
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to be going mouth to mouth with the goats.
Here's one. While activities like animal yoga can be enjoyable and beneficial, it's important for participants to understand the potential health risks associated with close contact with animals.
Who is that?
That's Dr. Chad Kingsley, director of the Northern Office of Nevada Public Health.
I mean, listen, I don't know if you've ever done a yoga class.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the purpose of having a goat walk on your back. That's, to me, I don't know how much extra I'd be willing to pay for that.
Well, it says small amounts of fecal matter.
Well, how small?
Well, if you're walking on your back and you're laying... Do you lay down, or are you in that pose where you're like?
I think you can be in several different poses and have the goat walking on your back.
So maybe you're laying down. I don't even want to think about it, how it gets in there. But maybe it's just breathing. You can just breathe something in.
I guess.
Too. Like if there's animal waste nearby, you could be breathing that in. That could get a way to.
But just keep in mind that when you're at goat yoga, they don't provide like a bowl of Junior Mints or Raisinets.
No, they don't. So if you grab for something...
Maybe that's your mistake.
Look at these these chocolate pellets.
Ooh, Raisinets.
Ooh, I like these. I don't taste any raisin in there. Matter of
Excuse
fact,
me.
I don't even taste any chocolate.
Is anyone going to eat these goobers?
Oh, boy. Farms and...
These are the worst tasting Whoppers I've ever had.
Speaking of candy, I'm in the Cumberland Farms this morning on Southampton Road in Westfield.
Yeah.
You can go see this for yourself if anybody's out there. Now you're not going to be able to not see it. At the counter, the Plan B pill has moved from that medical site. Where they have all the Tylenol and Advil.
Right.
And it is now right at the front counter next to the 5-hour energy drink and the Nerds clusters. Listen. If you're in the area, stop by the Southampton Road Cumberland Farms, take a picture of it, and send it to us on the Route 10 Tire listener line at 413-293-1021. You'll see, I should have taken a picture of it this morning, but it's right there next to the Nerd clusters.
Well, it really is kind of an impulse buy, don't you think?
Well, this is what I'm still like in awe that a product like that is available at a Cumbies. Whereas, I could see that being available at a CVS or a Walgreens or even a grocery store. You could probably at that pharmacy in the grocery store. But a pharmacy, not a Cumbies. It almost seems so out of place. You got your 99-cent coffee, you got your Monster Slim Jims, you got your Nerd clusters, and your Plan B pill.
And fill her up.
Yeah. And 10 on pump 9. Remember those shirts that we saw when the guy was walking in with I'll have $10 on pump 2 and a pack of Marbreds? Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 72. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 81. It's 47 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
It's 7:51 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Some guy just wrote it on the Route 10 Tire listener line. I was just in the Greenfield Cumbies, and I saw that.
So it's a company-wide change.
Well, it's hey, can you imagine the conversation that the top management had with all their managers of their stores? All right, we need to increase sales here, and that people do the impulse buys right at the counter there. So what are you going to have at the counter? Well, we're going to have we'll have the 5-hour energy drinks. Those are small,
right?
Anything. We'll have maybe some Reese's Pieces down below. Okay, all right. Sell those because they're always on special. And then Nerd clusters. Okay. But there's something missing in this gap here, in this one gap that we have. What could we possibly put in there? And then some guy in this board meeting goes, Plan B pills. And the guy goes, Johnson, you're a genius.
Is it possible that maybe somebody thought, hey, you know what, we're having a lot of returns lately of people like wanting the Plan B pill, but it's like, right next to the Extends.
Yeah.
And you have, it's a very similar packaging. So, I mean, on one hand, you don't want, firmer erections, but on the other hand, you don't want to have the baby either. So maybe we should separate them a little bit.
Perhaps.
By a couple of feet.
I would think that would be the smart thing to do. But
yeah.
They're right next to each other. I'll have a bag of Nerds. What'd you say? The bag of Nerds clusters, a Plan B pill, and 10 on pump 5.
And fill her up.
Yeah. And this guy says it's one of those things you think, is this a joke or a new candy? And it's next to the Nerds too. So it's clearly a what do they call it? Like a precision type marketing that they have done. They're like, let's make sure all these things are available.
I don't think you want to confuse the Plan B pill with, say, like a package of Bubblicious or something.
A Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba, yeah.
Do they even make Hubba Bubba anymore?
Do they even make Bubblicious anymore?
You know what? I haven't seen it in years, so who knows
there you go.
If they do or not. Well, moving on then.
Moving on, the Springfield Thunderbirds and their series with the Providence Bruins is already underway. Because the Thunderbirds won Game 1. Game 2 is Game 3 is Tuesday And then we have games. We have tickets to Tuesday's game.
Yeah.
Game 3 in Springfield. And, of course, 10th caller, 293-1021. Springfield Thunderbird playoff hockey tickets. Good luck
I think
to
this
you.
is a really exciting thing for Springfield.
It's a great thing for Springfield.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If only we had other sports teams in Massachusetts that were worth a damn. We don't. Instead, we have the Springfield Thunderbirds.
Yeah, but they come and go. I mean, the Red Sox, they're not doing that great right now.
No,
right?
they're terrible.
The Celtics,
They're out.
They're out.
Yeah, the Bruins are out.
Bruins are out.
And more pictures of Mike Vrabel are in. So there you go.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe that was the conspiracy. You all need to lose so we can put out these pictures of Mike Vrabel to keep your eye off of how terrible everything is right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about all that stuff with Fitzy coming up after 8:00.
There you go.
All right.
So good luck with the contest.
It's just about 7:55 at Rock 102.
Call or text us. And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware with Scott's 4-Step. 4 easy steps to an awesome lawn.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, I don't know about you, but this is a pretty crappy time to be a New England sports fan. Between the Celtics getting bounced out of the playoffs by the Sixers on Saturday, the Bruins falling apart against Buffalo, and the Red Sox becoming one of the biggest dumpster fires in all of baseball, this weekend, pure crappage. Now, in fairness, I didn't really have any expectations the Bruins were going to win that series, nor do I have a lot of confidence that the Red Sox are suddenly going to start turning things around. But the Celtics, what the hell is up with that? As I'm sure you're aware, the Celtics lost Game 7 to the Philadelphia 76ers on Saturday, thereby ending their season to a team that has not beaten them in the playoffs since my sophomore year in high school. Yesterday, while appearing on a live stream on his Twitch account, Boston's Jaylen Brown expressed his feelings about losing the other night by a score of 109-100. According to Jaylen, the referees in this series clearly had an agenda after being called for 10 offensive fouls, saying, quote, "There's some referees that need to be investigated." He also accused Philadelphia's Paul George of pushing off during offensive moves, which was another thing that the refs refused to call. He also accused Joel Embiid for intentionally flopping, which he believes has, quote, "ruined our game." Now, while all those things may be true, notice, if you will, who he did not point fingers at. Because, to be honest, neither the refs, Paul George, nor Joel Embiid were responsible for that crappy shooting percentage in the fourth quarter. They weren't the ones responsible for Jason Tatum getting hurt in the playoffs for the second year in a row. Nor were they responsible for the Celtics blowing a 3-1 lead in the series. That, my friend, was on you and the rest of your teammates. And just to be clear, the Celtics were called for 136 personal fouls during the series. The Sixers were called for 132. That doesn't sound like an agenda. That sounds like a team that choked their way out of the playoffs. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Mow with Ego. Double deal at Rocky's. Get an Ego battery-powered self-propelled mower for just $649 and get a spare battery free. Plus, get it assembled and delivered free. Step on it. There's a double deal going on at Rocky's right now until May 12th. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 8:09 and Led Zeppelin with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny and 72 today. It's 47 in downtown Springfield.
All right, before we get into what we really want to get into, I should tell you that it is time for the Maytalica keyword for the day. That word is the word metal, as in metal. M-E-T-A-L, beginning with M, like, my God, I just won tickets to the Sphere to see Metallica in Las Vegas.
Metal.
That's right. You have until midnight tonight to enter the word at rock102.com. Again, your Metallica keyword for the day for this hour is metal. M-E-T-A-L. Good luck from Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Now let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Let's get to what we want to get to from countynews.com. It's Fitzy. How are you, pal?
Congratulations, Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, and Boston Red Sox. You have won round-trip tickets to the Caribbean vacation destination of your choice on Spirit Airlines.
They're all bankrupt.
Kill me, just kill me, kill me, kill me. Honestly, guys, I think at this point, the greatest crime committed by the Boston Bruins and the Celtics is stranding us by the side of the road for 3 free. I would rather actually free swim the Straits of Hormuz than go to a friggin' game at this point.
It seems like a safer place to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And by the way, all of this great news gets dropped on our lap on Monday, May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. Doesn't it feel like the end of Empire Strikes Back?
It really felt like I just learned who my real father was.
Oh, God. What happened? I mean, like, seriously, the Bruins, the Celtics, and the Red Sox all getting eliminated from the playoffs in the same weekend. What a time to be alive, huh?
Well, I kind of expected the Bruins to lose, to be honest, but I did not expect the Celtics to go from leading 3-1 in the series to all of a sudden being on the way out. They looked freaking terrible the other night. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, it's almost sort of like it's like Joe Mazzulla lost a bet and someone else was coaching the team and they told him like, hey, everything that worked all season long on the way to this historically great gap year, 56-26, with high energy, the bench boys and the get-ready guys coming in and shocking the NBA with their tenacity, ferocity, good shooting, and awesome defense. Like, let's just get away from all of that. Let's slow everything down, shorten the bench, shorten the rotation, and play plotting basketball that cannot penetrate Philadelphia's defense, and then just hoist as many miserable three-point shots as possible. And when you guys are, look, Philadelphia was way better than your typical 7 seed in either conference. Maxey, Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, who looks like he swam in the cocoon pool and then drank from the right grail. The guy was playing like he was 25 years old all over again. That's a much better basketball team than your standard issue 7 seed going against a team that was vying for the top seed in the conference. But you're up 3-1, and in the middle of the third quarter, if Game 5, which it should have very well been an elimination game and given the Celtics enough time to rest up for the revenge match against the New York Knickerbockers, you just decide to whiz it all away. You play with your food. It's like the Celtics believed that Philadelphia would just bend the knee and bow to them at the almighty Garden. Side note at this point, guys, is this too hot to take given the way that the Bruins played and the Celtics going 1-3 in their playoff series at home? Should we just blow up the Garden and build a third one at this point? Because the mystique is gone.
But you're acting like you didn't win a championship 2 years ago.
Listen, don't tell me how to feel.
Get your big boy pants on.
Don't put feelings into my mouth.
Come on, get your big boy pants on. Stop complaining about it.
Okay? Come on. But, all right, listen, I understand that you are a living evidence of what it's like to be potential squandered, Nagle, okay? I understand that. You're very comfortable with it, okay?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Boston Bruins and some of the others, it's May 4th. I mean, a female jockey won the Kentucky Derby for the first time ever Saturday night, and that horse was trailing by 15 horse asses and made a miraculous finish, but the Celtics couldn't make one three-pointer with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left at home to send the Garden faithful home happy. I am miserable.
Can you just deal with a little bit of heartbreak and remain rational?
Oh, my gosh. Are you...
What?
Is this your first day in New England? The first day with I'm talking about sports in New England? No, of course not.
You're yanking about the Red Sox. It's still early in the season for the Red Sox.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Nagle, are you kidding me? That's like asking your standard issue Bostonian New Englander and masshole, like, can you stop smoking in front of the kids? Hey, can you stop making right-hand turns from the left-hand lane? No, that's what makes me who I am, damn.
Listen, it was a wild ride with no expectations to all expectations to utter heartbreak. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Well, actually, it's the opposite. There were lots of expectations, and up until the final 2 minutes when they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
But you won. It wasn't like you went 86 years without a title with the Celtics. You won one 2 years ago. That's still warm. It's still warm to touch.
Do you want to punch him in the suck, or should it be I?
Honest to God, I mean, really, this is just as infuriating as the other night when Jaylen Brown said, like, it's disappointing the way the season finished, but it was my favorite season overall, and I have no regrets. Like, that's not what people want to hear. Nobody wants to see Jason Tatum yucking it up with Joel Embiid on the floor when Tatum can't play Game 7 with a swollen knee and dapping him up afterwards. Like, That would be like me, like smiling and giving high fives to everyone after Becky Finnerty turned me down for the senior prom when when I was 17 years old. Like I tried to play it off. Meanwhile, I cried all the way home and then crapped myself. It's something you're not supposed to get over until you actually get the right girl for the prom and/or win a championship again. This is everybody's outlook on this. Oh, just be happy for the journey. Oh, just don't cry that it ended. Smile because it happened. Shut up.
Let me be miserable in my own way.
Yeah, but that's what makes us happy at this point now. What am I supposed to console myself with the memories of how they outperformed expectations and overwhelmed everybody with their outrageous effort and their affability?
Yeah.
Please.
That's the kind of...
You're supposed to deliver us joy. You're supposed to... They have left us back. They have left us in emotional North Korea. There is nothing fun about sports until Patriots season, damn it.
I mean, honestly, this is the kind of disappointment. That's the kind of platitude where you say, "Oh, it's all about the journey." That's the kind of platitude you offer people who are fans of other teams, but Boston sports teams. Everybody here, if they've lived here all their whole lives or most of their lives, know that misery loves company, and we should all be angry at once.
Yes, misery loves company. And I am an absolute clown car at this point. I am an Uber pool that has 3 people too many in it, but the driver took a cash tip on the way to the destination, and damn it, we're not stopping now. No. I can't. Like that's for other towns that don't care as much. That's for other small markets. That's not for Boston. That's not for New England. This is not the way we were raised. This is not what we've come to expect this century as well. It's sure. Okay, sure. Like, yeah, now everyone can do the whole, like, well, now you can actually, like, do things like go touch grass, get to know your family, mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Please.
You don't want to do any of that. You're
No,
not that kind of person.
I was thinking, not that we were completely drunken on success and entitlement. This might be being up 3-1 in a series where not only should you have won and you had a lead in the third quarter of Game 5, but all the betting applications had you as an NBA Finals participant. This could be the worst collapse in Boston since the tower that held all that molasses and killed those people 105 years ago. And I feel burned.
Yeah, this burns worse. This burns much worse.
Jaylen Brown was saying that the refs have an agenda against him. How do you feel about that?
Well, when you constantly go on Twitch after games and complain about the referees and say that there's a bias against you, you know what's going to end up happening? There's probably going to be a bias. What are they going to do? Oh, Mr. Brown, the guy that gets paid $59.8 million more than the rest of us who have to take Tim Donaghy backdoor payments just so we can keep up with our alimony? Yeah, let's sympathize with you, guy.
Well, he feels like he's being, that they're taking issue with him.
Listen, you can say all you want about how the refs are terrible. You can say all you want about Joel Embiid flopping left and right. The fact of the matter is you couldn't score when you most needed it. You got within 2 points of taking the lead in that fourth quarter, and you blew it. That's not an agenda. That's you choking. That's you choking on a sandwich like Brian Jones in a swimming pool. It's that kind of thing.
Oh my God. No, honestly, like it's 99-98 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Jaylen Brown passes it to Pritchard in the corner for a wide open 3, Clang off the rim. Then they make another defensive stop, comes down the court. Jaylen Brown, nice little 12-foot bunny from the free throw line. Clang misses it as well. It's a make or miss league. It's really as simple as that. You almost had no business being in the elimination game on your home court against the 76ers, and yet still you had a chance to win it, and they blew it. And so now they all get to think about it and sit in their feelings all off season long. The Bruins, blow that team up for all I care. And the Red Sox, if they literally all went home and said the Worcester Red Sox are starting the rest of the games of the season, I think we'd probably all have a much better summer at this point. Get the Birmingham Barnstormers. Get the Springfield Sasquatches in here. Whoever else except this bunch of bums wearing the Fenway Faithful uniforms.
But again, you can say all those things and still not realize that you won a championship 2 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. You want Lexapro or something? What attitude?
Well, I'm just trying to be rational.
Rational?
Yeah, rational.
You're not being irrational.
It's all, you're all like little chicken littles. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. It'll come back.
Listen.
When did Rock 102 change its broadcast letters to WCBD, Mellow Bro Radio? Get this guy off right here back.
Coming back on All Things Considered here on Rock 102.
Yeah, there was a statistic that came out, really the beginning of that whole Celtics series with Philadelphia. You realize that Philadelphia has not beaten the Celtics in a playoff series since I first started sprouting body hair in junior high school? Just want to point that out. That's how long it's been. I'm almost 60 years old, for crying out loud. That's how long it's been.
Not since Larry Bird and Dr. J engaged in basketball strangle porn underneath the rim in the Boston Garden 1.0 44 years ago have the Sixers won. Not since. Okay, how about this? Here's a couple of other fun factoids that are going to make everything you eat and drink today taste even worse. Philadelphia in series heading into this one against the Celtics were 0-18 when they were down 3-1. Oh, 50, that's terrible. Is there anything else I can purchase? Hold on, there's more. Act now, and I'll throw in the Celtics being 32-0 in playoff series when they were up 3-1. There was no model for this. You could ask Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, all of them, and they all would have said, don't worry, bet the family fortune on the Celtics in Game 7. And that's why I'm standing in front of my house right now in a barrel with straps like an old broke guy after the stock market collapsed at 27.
Listen, I want you to calm down for just a second and just take a deep breath. And as you breathe in, go, we won a championship 2 years ago.
Oh, then the Patriots also went to the Super Bowl earlier this year.
They did.
I'm dying for a Rossini-Vrabel photo drop today just to take my mind off.
Yeah, we need some marital infidelity pictures here. That's what we need.
We need something to take our minds off of this.
I need somebody else's misery because Schadenfreude is what I do best. That's a fancy German word for basking in other people's misery, folks. Good night.
Well, just to make you feel better, Vrabel was actively having sex with his wife 2 years ago.
You bring me all the solace of a veterinarian that walks out and says, well, there's nothing I can do.
I'm just trying to keep your blood pressure down. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, next week on the report, guys, we'll have all the soccer, rugby, and Quidditch updates we could possibly offer you.
Oh, right. Oh, Quidditch. That's my thing.
That's his game.
My bag.
That's his game. That's it. Vincent, great to talk to you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, boys. Have a good one. I'm dead inside.
It's 8:23 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
The Rock.
It's 8:26 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam, we'll have the full forecast for you.
This week on Baxy's Musical Podcast, my guest is drummer Mark Laff, formerly of Generation X. That's the band that sparked Billy Idol's solo career. We talk about Billy. We'll talk about him going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, also the documentary on Netflix. Fascinating guy. Once auditioned for The Clash, got a call back, was almost in The Clash, played with Johnny Thunders from the New York Dolls. Really, really cool interview. Hilarious guy. And you can check that interview out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and on the app. All brought to you by Metro Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
I got to tell you, man, these gas prices are ridiculous. And it's like, I was telling you yesterday about this. It's all a scam. It's all just a made-up number because I'm traveling over the weekend. And I stop in New York State. New York State's always a little bit more pricier anyway with the gas. But one is $4.45 on one side of the street and $4.15 on the other side of the street. A Sunoco and a Mobile. And I'm like, okay, I understand that there are mitigating factors, supposedly, to how this number comes up. But why is the guy across the street, 30 cents cheaper than the guy who's, so $4.45 versus $4.15?
Every time this has been explained to me why that happens, I don't understand it and I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either.
The excuse is, the justification allegedly is because it is a traded commodity.
Yeah.
Different companies charge different amounts. But that's complete horse crap. Why could a mobile station here charge one, and the mobile station that's 2 miles away charge something different. I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Here's the thing. You don't even know. It could all be coming from the same tank. You have no idea.
Could be.
What somebody bought it for or what somebody paid for it. But the idea that you can sell it for 30 cents difference from one place across the street to another, and then it's not like these oil company executives are hurting. They're making the most profits they've ever made. And they you don't hear of an oil executive go, I had to give up my 3 jet skis on my mini yacht that serves my big yacht because I can't afford it because we're hurting.
I had to tell my butler that his services were no longer necessary, or we couldn't afford him. I'm going to have to make my own Cherries Jubilee.
We produce the most oil in the world.
That's right. But we export most of it.
Right.
We could theoretically just use our own.
Save ourselves by making it a little bit cheaper. That was the whole reason Venezuela was, I remember watching that report going that the gas was like 79 cents a gallon down there because they had so much of it.
Yeah. Well, for 20-something a gallon now, enjoy it. It's just going to get higher and higher.
It's all just made up numbers.
It's 8:30. We got news next on Rock 102. 8:34. With Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. Brought to you by Aquatique Pools. Free water testing. Aquatique Pools, 730 Union Street in West Springfield. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A 22 News viewer captured a bobcat on camera in Springfield on Friday.
A bobcat?
A bobcat. Kimberly told 22 News that she saw the bobcat in her backyard by the Delta Hills Conservation Area in East Springfield. She just goes by the name Kimberly.
Kimberly.
That's it.
I've had bobcats in my backyard, and yet I didn't alert the media.
Well, it's a rare find. Is it really a rare find?
It's not really a rare find.
No. According to the Mass Division of Fisheries and Wildlife, bobcats are the only wildcat currently found in Massachusetts and are most common in the western and central parts of the state. They're approximately twice the size of a domestic house cat.
Now, if you told me that was like Bengal tigers, roaming the streets of Feeding Hills, that would be news to me.
Like we have our own version of Jumanji going on.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If like gorillas were running through Wilbraham, I would be alerted by the media and shocked to find out that primates of that size and strength would be roaming the streets of Wilbraham.
I've never seen a bobcat before, but I've definitely seen a cougar. Lots of them used to be downtown at the Lift-A-Latch. Not downtown, up near Orange Street, on there the Lift-A-Latch.
What are you doing tonight, darling?
Hello, sweetie. You ever see a cougar in the wild? Here I am.
Would you like to see my cat box?
That means two things. You got to change the litter every once in a while. All right. I'm trying not to be so dirty.
Yeah, I know, but
sometimes you just get roped into it, and I feel like
Well, I'm sorry for dragging you down that rabbit hole.
I'm trying to be more calm. With me and Fitzy, I'm just trying to chill out, bro.
Well, you've always been known to look for the silver lining in things, Steve.
Yeah, that's why I used to go to find the cougars. They had a lot of silver lining. When you see the silver lining in a hair. Fresh on the dance floor at karaoke night 7 nights a week. You know you found the one. Here's my silver fox. I don't see a silver lining. I see silver foxes.
Tonight I'll be singing I'm Burning for You, and by that I mean two different things.
Yeah. I like your style, lady. Bobcats are carnivores and most commonly prey on medium-sized animals such as rabbits and hares. They eat
hares?
Yeah. Silver hares.
Don't you mean rabbits?
Yeah.
Who's writing this?
The kids over at 22 News.
Hares.
By the way, two things over at 22 News. That one of those gals in the morning had a baby. Recently.
Congratulations.
Which I didn't. It's like, I thought you just get out of high school. I didn't realize you were an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick Oresco left the other day.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Had his final broadcast. Way to go, Nick. Congratulations to you.
Eminent domain.
Where's he going? Do we know?
Somewhere imminently away from here.
I understand.
Yes. Anyway, hares, but we'll also eat opossums, skunks, birds, squirrels, mice, muskrats, and snakes. Much like the cougars at the bar that we used to go see.
Does anyone have a toothpick?
They can be active both during the day and night and do not hibernate.
Okay, this again, it's not so unusual to see a bobcat in western Massachusetts. We're surrounded by the forests.
Surrounded. It's a foresty thing. This cord on the back of my computer
Stop dicking around with it.
Oh, I hit it accidentally.
Well, then don't do that.
I'm not dicking around with it. I'm messing around.
Well, then
with
don't
it.
do that
I'm
either.
I'm trying to take away from the.
I see what you're
doing. Yeah. Messing around. I wasn't messing around with it either. To protect livestock and chickens from bobcats, avoid placing coops in remote areas or near woods.
Coops?
Coops.
Oh, coops. Coops.
Yeah, electric fencing can also be used to deter bobcats.
I thought you were like ice cubes or something. Or
no, it could be that too.
Yes.
Photos and videos of wildlife can be sent to reportit at wwlp.com. So, what about if you had a titwillow? Could you send your titwillow to report tit?
What about a red-breasted booby?
Could you do your red-breasted booby to report tit?
I suppose you could. That is wildlife. They are in nature, after all.
I guess so. Speaking of animals, MSPCA is seeking information regarding an underweight cane corso mix found as a stray in Dorchester.
You know, you ever seen a cane corso?
Yeah.
These are like serious dogs.
Yeah.
That is one dog you do not want to starve.
Boston Animal Control brought the dog, now named Balboa, which, ironically, Balboa was the name of that dog that my dad lost on my family's move from Ohio to New Jersey back in the day.
Yes.
He said somebody must have stolen him, and the gate was open. But I think he just didn't want to bring the dog from Ohio to New Jersey.
That might make sense.
It was. Yeah. Veterinary staff immediately began stabilizing the dog. Dr. Emily Hussey, a veterinarian who performed Balboa's initial physical exam at the animal center, described his condition. When Balboa first arrived at our emergency room, he was weak and significantly underweight to the point that his ribs and hip bones were clearly visible. Why get an animal?
Well, and especially a cane corso. That's a very expensive dog.
Right.
They are powerful dogs, and if they're hungry, they'll not just eat the whole bag of food. They'll eat you too.
And you would think that somebody would be missing this dog for being the breed that it is. God. I mean, there's lots of scumbags out there.
Yeah. Well,
why would you even bother getting a dog if you can't even take care of it?
Can you take care of yourself? I mean, if the answer is yes, then okay, maybe you get a dog. But that's a hard dog to own. I mean, that requires a lot of your attention to train a cane corso properly.
We do see those stories about people who maybe they're mentally ill and they wind up hoarding animals and things like that, but. If this thing's just walking around the street, it's like, where did it come from? And why would you even get a dog if you didn't want to take care of it?
I don't know. I do not know.
People are just big fat jerks, is what it comes down to.
Who said that? Oh, that was you.
Yeah. That was me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Just months into the pandemic, Matthew Haynes, like landlords across the country, learned he was barred from evicting tenants who didn't pay their rent under a federal eviction moratorium that lasted almost a year, costing him and his investors over $1 million. Now, the 57-year-old Texan is hoping to get some relief. Haynes is among more than 1,500 property owners who filed a federal lawsuit arguing the moratorium enacted by the CDC&P violated the Fifth Amendment by unlawfully denying them compensation. Plaintiffs range from those who lost thousands of dollars to one who lost over $14.5 million. After initially losing in the Court of Federal Claims in 2022, the plaintiffs won on appeal and are now in settlement discussions with the Department of Justice. Landlords are hoping to recoup as much as $1.5 billion, a fraction of what the industry lost. It kind of doesn't make sense. Like, why didn't the government at that point, because they were giving checks out and all this other stuff, to go, all right, we'll cover this, your rent for a couple of months.
Well, because the money that was available was probably earmarked for certain things, and they don't necessarily just move money to help somebody if it's not specifically written in a grant that they have the ability to change things up.
It's amazing.
Sometimes the things are very specific.
Between this and the gas prices, all these things are just made up. We're just making up numbers.
Yeah, maybe.
We're just making up. You know what? You have the money now. We'll give it to you 6 years from now. You can sue us, and then we'll settle for less than that quarter.
I mean,
quarter of the.
You may need to get rid of your cane Corso in the house, but at least you'll get a check down the road.
Wouldn't it be weird if those two stories were connected somehow?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 72. It's 56 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
To Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:50 and Bon Jovi with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny today with a high of 72. It is 56 right now in downtown Springfield. A big comedy show coming up on May 15th with this guy, Marty Caproni. You ever hear of this guy before?
I'm not aware of his work.
Yeah, and myself. I'll be there at, I'm sorry, is it the Chicopee Amvets? Amvets over on Montgomery Street. And here in the studio to talk about it with us is Amy Giroux from Habitat for Humanity. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So this comedy show is these two guys.
Yeah.
And you're hoping to raise money for this.
We're hoping to raise some money
based on the level of talent between these two guys.
Based on people feeling bad for us and wanting to come out and support us for what we do, regardless of who's there helping us.
Look, we're struggling. We could only afford these two idiots to come and help us tell jokes. But
for people that may not know enough about Habitat for Humanity, try to explain, if you can, what the mission is for you guys.
So we do things to support affordable housing in the community. Our affiliate in Greater Springfield covers all of Hampden County. And so most people think about new construction and building homes, which is a big piece of what we do. But we also have a repair program, and that's where this show and different things that we're doing throughout the month of May come into play. We're a veteran build affiliate, and so May being Military Appreciation Month, we like to try to put together different events to help support the work that we do there. We do a lot of bathroom modifications and things like that for accessibility for veterans, seniors, people that just need that little bit of help. We also do our home ownership, and we are trying to break ground in Springfield and Holyoke to get 3 new projects going. So we're going to be very busy coming up, which is why we do need the community support to come out there and help us keep all of these things going.
And that's the cool thing about it is really, people from the community, help and participate and donate their time and everything else, materials,
volunteer, come out to construction. That's how we're able to, get a little bit more out of the fundraising that we get, make the dollar stretch a little bit more with some of that volunteer labor when they come out, things like that. So.
Yeah, I don't know my different screwdrivers. I always get the flathead and the Phillips head mixed up. This is why I'm focusing on the comedy portion of this thing.
Right.
Because you would not want me volunteering on a job site.
Well, see, that's why you could donate cash to help Habitat for Humanity. I'm sure Amy would agree with that.
Time, talent, and treasure,
Well, of course, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, what kind of support are you guys, looking for, generally speaking?
We're always looking for monetary support because, you need it. But then we also do look for volunteers, and we do post volunteer opportunities on our website. There's a volunteer calendar, and you can look at days that are available when we're looking for people. We also do look for building materials to help, and so we do have some generous companies in the area. OMG is great. They do a lot of fasteners, and so we get a lot of our nails and supplies from them. Love that to come out. James Harding did some siding for us, so things like that. But we also look for our skilled kind of people in the trades that can. General volunteers are great, and we love them, but sometimes having that skilled volunteer out there who actually does know what the tool is can help us get a little farther along faster. Right. So we do look for that to come in, electricians, plumbers, roofers, things like that. Especially those things that I can't have volunteers do because they require, permits and stuff.
Oh, what a rip
they just don't let me go in.
You telling me I could have a Sawzall do some demo in some place?
Oh, demo's great. That's when we...
That is kind of the fun part,
That is
isn't
the
it?
fun part. Demo's great.
So while this one is focused, this comedy night is focused on the veteran service project services that you offer. You're your organization is constantly coming up with different fundraisers for the different aspects of what you folks do. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up at Lugnuts Cafe on the 14th.
So on the 14th, we're going to be over at Lugnuts over at Marquardt Ford. I get to be the celebrity chef for the day, so I'll be back there cooking up some stuff, and they'll be donating a percentage of the sales from lunch that day back to the organization. My prior life, I was a chef, so I kind of have fun going out and doing that. So get back.
So it's not like someone who's never cooked before is going to start making casseroles or something.
No, so I have fun doing those things. Get out.
At least you need to have some experience if you're going to get behind it. If you put an apron on and get behind it.
Well, it's the same thing with you in the comedy show. They're not putting two newbies up there for the first time.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to have experience to do this?
Well, I mean, it does help.
Oh, okay.
It does help in comedy.
We tell our volunteers no experience necessary, that, we'll show you what you need to do. So.
Right. But for a comedy show, that's a little bit more of a skill set, I suppose.
Also, coming up on the 20th of May is Pouring for a Purpose. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so that's a celebrity bartending event over at Griffin's in Holyoke. And those are all things that we're doing to support our military initiatives. And then in June, we have a drag bingo event up at Fort Hill Brewery, which goes back to our Pride build. So, Habitat's a very inclusive agency from everybody that we want. And so we like to do different things to make sure that everybody feels welcome and has a place to help us.
Who's the celebrities? Anybody we know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
But you didn't expect a quiz
I
here.
know.
Right? Of course not.
I know we've got some of the guys from Naples Realty are coming out to help with,
that's cool.
with that one.
All right, cool.
Like that.
So the comedy night, though, is it's Friday, May 15th.
Yep.
It's at the AmVets on Montgomery Street in Chicopee. If someone wanted to get tickets, what should they do?
Go to our website, habitatspringfield.org, $25, and you're in. We're also going to have some great raffles and prizes there, and so it should be a good night.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a real fun night.
Yeah, we hope so.
And it's only $25.
You can't beat that.
No, you can.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Amy Giroux from Habitat for Humanity, we appreciate you coming in. Best of luck this summer.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's just about 8:57 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.